What's up, 8th graders? So today we're going to be doing a review, and throughout this, I'm just going to go through the problems and explain them. So if you get stuck on any of them, you can watch this video. I don't have a sub today, so remember to be good so we can relax and have fun on Thursday. Anyways, so number one, we have 10 to the 5th times 10 to the 3rd, and we're trying to figure out what x is and name the property. Now, if you remember, we have a property that we call our property of... Let me get this up a little bit more. Product. Whoa, that's not what I want. My bad. Give me a second. Product of power, right? And so product of power, what we do with our exponents is we add our exponents. And so we have 10 to the 5th times 10 to the 3rd. 5 plus 3 is going to end up being 8. So our answer would be 8 here. Okay, you need to remember this. Remember, this is going to be very, very similar to our test. Now, if we're looking at number 2, we have 10 to the 5th times to the 8, or a, equals 10 to the 20th. Now, if you remember our property here, anytime you have an exponent on the outside of those parentheses, we do the power of a power rule. And what that means is that we multiply our exponents. So 5 times 4 will actually end up giving us 20, so a would be 4. 3, we had 10y equals 1 over 10 to the 3rd. And so if you remember correctly, anytime we have anytime we go from a non-fraction to a fraction, we have a negative exponent. And so that means y would have to be a negative 3. And then 4, anytime you have an exponent and your answer is automatically 1, that means we're using the property of 0. And so that means b has to be 0. Anytime you have an exponent of 0, your answer is always 1. Let's go down. All right, so this next equation, you're saying select all that is equivalent to 2/3 times 2 to the 4th. And so this would actually be using that product rule, which means we're adding our exponents. So 3 plus 4 is going to end up being 7. And so you have to make sure you have the same base. So this one is a true statement. 4 to the 12th is not, right? We're not multiplying here. 4 to the 7th is not, right exponent, but we have to keep the same base. This one is correct, right? If we have 2 to the 3rd, that's actually means we have 3 2s, so 1, 2, 3. And then 2 to the 4th means we have 4 2s, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is also congruent. 2 to the 12th is incorrect because we're not doing the power of power, we're doing the product of power. And then we're not adding when we're doing exponents, we're always multiplying, so this is not correct. Next, we have select all that apply for the option of 4 to the 21st. Well, 17 times 4 is not, because it's the power of power rule here, is not 21, so that's not right. 7 times 3 is 21, so this one's correct. 6 plus 15 is 21, so this one's correct. And we could keep going. 4 2 times 4 to the 3rd, or 5th, is actually going to give you 10. And then 10 times 3, or I'm sorry, 7. And then 7 times 3 will also be 21, so this one's correct. And then 3 plus 4 will end up giving you 7. 7 times 3 is also 21, so this one's correct. And then 4 to the 20th over 4 to the 1, that's a quotient of power. And with the quotient of power, we are actually subtracting. So 20 minus 1 is 19. That does not make 21, so that one is incorrect. Okay, watch the next to get the rest of the questions.